Hello everyone. Today now that we've got things working improperly, for some reason my mic spontaneously decided to stop working. But should be fixed now. So today we're doing some more Talisman in Digital Edition because we still have not completed our current game of it. So, you know, Tabletop Tuesday is going to continue being Talisman. For, you know, basically the foreseeable future. Or until we get this game done. I've switched to a new computer, and so far, like at least for the last couple days, these mic issues have been a recurring theme with this computer. It's clearly like, oh no, why am I... Okay, I'm just being targeted by the lycanthrope, that's fine. Just re-roll that. And I'll teleport to any other space in the region. Because that way on my turn, I can just hop right over to the... near the temple, or the Magic Emporium. Not the Magic Emporium, the Sorcerer's Square. Spray's continuing to just replace, or at least try and replace every card she runs into, just about. I mean, you know, it gives you a choice, so... It's interesting with the mic situation because before it wasn't registering it as being a blue snowball, but now it is. Like, it was working just fine without being registered specifically as a snowball. And I head over here, encounter space, sell spells. I don't really need Curse of the Werewolf. Well, I'd much rather get something like maybe Generosity or something. at least as long as my mic is working, as long as, you know, I can fix any mic issues that come up, this new computer should be a vast improvement because, like, it has an NVIDIA card in it, so now I can actually use a hardware error encoder rather than relying on the OBS software encoder. And it's got greater CPU power and error and graphics capability. Like, it has 4 gigs as opposed to it's a video RAM rather than 1 gig. So, you know, I can actually play games like a CK3 without a whole bunch of lag, hopefully. Like, that was why I used to sort of test out, to sort of do a bandit test to test the capabilities of this new computer. You know, figure out what changes I can make to the settings. Things to make things better, really take full advantage. Ooh, the Great Portal. Aw, really? You're gonna replace the Great Portal with an additional dragon? I might go into the dungeon once I'm done grinding in the city, because if I can beat the Lord of Darkness by enough, then I can just shoot right to the Crown of Command and not even worry about the rest of the inner region. Right. Strength or immobility. I'm gonna go with strength, since at least that I can use immediately. So that will just free up a slot instantaneously. And it gets me an extra point of strength. Right, so did not roll enough movement to get very far. Draw an adventure card. Really? We're just gonna randomly do that? Gonna replace that as well. Ooh, the Jailer. Whenever your character's alignment is different from your own, you may throw them in jail instead of claiming your normal reward. If you're thrown in jail, you may discard the Jailer to cancel the effect. Just gonna kill the thieving Huskies, but I don't even get a trophy for that. Instead I have to send them over to force somebody to drop an item. At least it didn't really get in my way at all. This new computer also makes substantially less noise. It's like, you know, most of the noise he uses now is just like my mic can pick up the sound of me moving my mouse around, for instance. Like when I'm still and not talking, then there's just nothing. Whereas with the old computer, even with noise suppression active, there would still be a little bit of something. Because that thing is noisy. It's now. And once again, I've just gotta wait. Why is this ghost moving so slow? Just like sliding on through, you would think. And like clearly it's not a graphical, it's not like a make my graphics card being poor, because I have a substantially better graphics card now, and it's still happening. So, must just be some glitch just in Talisman. Draw a spell, conflagration, or misdirection. Yep, misdirection seems like it could be useful. Finally got show cards option to actually show up. That's 6. But hey, I can just with this guy, and there's a scribe here. Because I got stasis. And I've suddenly become good. Because it's like now, like, you know, I didn't successfully roll a 1 or a 2 on the madcap, so now I'm good, and I don't get an extra turn. Ooh, the Dragon Spire, which can take you right to the crown of, which is another thing that can take you right to the Crown of Command. In fact, well, I'm glad that hold on, what's the ending now? Because I thought we had the whole thing with the... Because like literally when we started out, maybe during the process of transferring this over between systems, something got messed up. it's like... Last I knew we had the revealed ending of the Merchants Guild. And I have no clue what's going on. I'm just glad that I wasn't the one to get just sucked into the void. And the Minotaur said, practically, what does the Dragonspire do? The Dragonspire will remain here for the rest of the game. Roll and die. You add 1 to the score for each Dragon Scale in this region and for each Dragon Scale you have. Interesting. So because it's Dragon Scale in the region, you can pretty much always just jump right to the Crown Command. And potentially because, like, it's in the outer region and basically every spot in the outer region seems to have a dragon scale on it at this point. It's purchasing a whole bunch of materials. And I have to wait. Well, the sprite also conceals those materials very timely. Draconic Cutlass of Beauty. See what all this thing does. Add 2 to your strength during battle. You may use this card when you engage your character in battle. Roll and die. On a 6+, they lose 1 life. If you visit the alchemist in the city, you may discard this for 4 gold to gain 4 gold. Interesting. Like, that last ability seems kind of lacking in comparison to the rest of what that thing can do. Oh, and I have to encounter a dragon scale here. I'm just gonna fight this dragon. After all, I beat it. To still get 1 strength at least. And a dragon scale. So we've got 13 in combat at night. The Minotaurs managed to come back from the dead, yet again. Next turn they can sell off some unnecessary spells. At least as long as Grillipus stops being the Dragon King. I'm pretty sure there's a Grillipus scale on Sorcerer Square, so That's kind of an issue. I think the sprite might be my biggest competition, and for victory. And Philippus continues to be the Dragon King. Means it. That Grillipus skill is gonna get in my way. Hey, when it comes to selling off of my spells. So I have to fight the zombie dragon. Or I could pray to it. I'd rather just fight it at this point. You know, that'll at least get me, you know, boost my abilities. I could also just use some of my, use at least misdirection. That'll help me get closer to maybe drawing a more useful spell. And the Minotaur's dead again. Oh, hey, Talisman. Once again, just waiting. Probably should have used misdirection just then, because then, yeah, I would have been targeting, yeah, the main character that's really close to my level at this point. Yep, but you know what? Reroll that die and lose. Right. Roll up a scale. Right. So, is it really the sprite's turn again? Hope the Minotaur's fully dead. Oh wait, no, it's just simply that everybody but me is being afflicted by... Alright, sure. Give me an opportunity, give me an additional opportunity to pray. That will be more useful for me than it will be for you. Because I can just straight up basically pick whatever option I want. off of this entire list. I think I'm just gonna get some extra strength out of that. Nothing particularly I particularly want from any of these. I'm just gonna go this way. Credit streets. These for 2 rounds whenever characters encounter a street space. You draw 3 cards instead of only 1. If any cards are already on the space, only you draw enough to take the total to 3. The crowd of streets and disperse to the discard pile. I think I'm actually going to replace that. Well, this could be somewhat useful. The character with the most gold must give 1 gold to the character with the least gold. If there's a tie the current player chooses, then discard this card. At least if the ending is still the Merchant's Guild like I thought it was at the beginning. It's like now it says it's a hidden ending, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on. And like I'm still gonna try and get the 20 gold together just in case. Which I mean, I don't even have to worry about entering the mill region anymore because I can just use the Dragon Spire to get there. It's just a question of, do I actually have everything that you know, will I actually have everything I need when I get there? And since I only have 6 gold, if the ending is still middle of the Merchant's Guild, then the answer is no. I do not have everything I need. Because I still need another 14 gold to win with the Merchant's Guild ending. Racketeer. One die if the result is equal to or higher than your craft, discard on your object. If it is lower than your craft, take 1 card from any shop for free, then discard this card. You know what? Sure. You know, it's just automatically. I'll just get a free pet that will also allow me to add 1 to my congregation. Cause like I've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Got 15 followers right now, so I can add up to plus 15 to any roll to pray. Why I can pretty much just continually go to this temple, spend 1 gold, and get +1 to each of my stats. At the same time, honestly, I think it might be more useful for one thing, actually remember to use my spell, to use my misdirection spell. And to just, like, you can not even worry about the temple. It's like, I've got good stats now. And you don't have to worry about most of the inner region if I can just skip right to the Crown of Command. Unfortunately, this still... well, it only matters if... let's see... not super worried about invisibility at this point. And misdirection was mostly just useful as a way to mess with the sprite, so... you know, just gonna sell those two. You know, and try and get something like generosity. Or maybe even... that one spell that lets you move ghost characters around. Which also, I think the Minotaur is just gone. I guess because technically an ending has already been revealed. I'm not gonna risk it since it looks like death has become permanent. If nothing else, I wouldn't want to risk becoming a ghost and thus dropping all of my stuff up on this space until I can come back. Because, you know, that leaves open the opportunity for other characters to swoop in and steal everything. Plus, you know, if I become a ghost, then I have a chance of dying permanently. Since, you know, the Minotaur seems to be permanently dead as opposed to just, like, temporarily. He needs to be replaced with a new character. Rakshasa has finally been defeated. To no longer have misdirection. So... Whereas once again, probably spending a whole bunch of money on purchasing materials. Has to conceal each one each time. Draw a spell. Tactile telekinesis. This is craft and set strength and battle until the end of your turn. That's actually not that useful for me. So start turn on the space in the region, place a fireline token on that space. I'm pretty sure I found that you can harm ghosts with fireland tokens, so don't really need blade sharp either, because I don't have a weapon. Right, so oh yeah, Woodland Elf can take me to any woods, so that's gonna be useful. All for the sake of getting to where I need to be. So now I'm just gonna ride around the city once again. Turn an adventure card. Just missed one turn asking for directions. Nope. Not missing a turn. Now this I will absolutely take. Just turn around and sell my spells again. Which I'm halfway to having enough gold now. You know, assuming that's still the ending that I think it is. Because, like, who knows? Since it says hidden ending. Oh really? You're gonna bother with the Guardian? Okay, at least that means that the spray is wasting some of her time. Means I have a better opportunity to just go right to where I need to be, and also apparently the sorceress lost all of her money at some point. Hydra spell. Cast is required. Any spell that has just been cast on a character will also affect any other characters of your choice, including your own character. Treat the spell as if it was casted as individually on each character, ignoring region and timing restrictions. Could be useful. A little niche, but ooh. Keeping that. Reversion, cast at the start of a character's turn, dismantle an invention that character has, take the materials used to craft the invention, the material discard pile if possible, and add them to that character. I mean, at least now there is a character with inventions. Just gonna do a thing real quick. Spectral summon. Oh, and I can use a scribe to discard Reversion in its place. So now I have a second spectral summon available for if there's like another ghost somewhere down the line. Would any of these useful to me? Not particularly. Just gonna head on over here. Yeah, I'll encounter the Dragon Scale. Sure, I'll take another follower. That would be a useful item to have. Actually, not super useful because I pretty much gain my full complement of spells every time anyway. The only situation where I would not get my full complement of spells at the start of my turn is if I have no spells whatsoever at the start. Now it's pretty much down to just 3 players. Because it's now... I'll risk it. Hey, the risk paid off. Right, gain 1 spell. Teleport could be good. Definitely better than random. And I'm being hassled by the werewolf as well. Sure, I'll fight him. It's definitely not beating me since I got a 6. The ghost is still... Ghost is still drawing cards? Ghost is just sort of on the Crown of Command and now drawing cards? I hate the Ghost is also in an inescapable fight with the Lord of the Dead. So the Ghost is probably gonna be just full on dead pretty soon. Alright, if you want to fight me, you're not going to win. Like, I can guarantee that you are not going to win. Don't know why I even bothered with sort of click through things and it's divine intervention. It makes a standoff sucker. Right, healing or Eyes of the Hawk. I think I'll keep healing. Curse of Flame. That's probably not really gonna do a whole lot to me. Because I don't really have that much intentions of drawing cards particularly this turn anyway. We're just gonna step over here. Counter space. only that could have actually been pretty good. You know, gaining gold equal to the difference, and I've got so much craft. Wait, what? Oh, the mini vortex is cast on the sorceress. So, need to figure out a new way of gaining gold, because I'm pretty much trying to keep all three of the spells I have now. This poor ghost is getting beat up by the King of the Dead. And I just put there to like get it out of the way. Okay, at least the sprite isn't just continually using that. It's just kind of be an asshole. However, she is being an asshole. Like, don't get me wrong. She is very much being an asshole. Just not using it as a direct means of just like continually attacking me or something. Which, hey, I don't really have that much of a need for a talisman at this point, because I'm probably just going to jump right past the point where you actually specifically need a talisman. So let's see. Is there anything else I can use? Guess I can visit Sorcerer's Square and sell healing or something. Which actually I'm not even getting to encounter it because of the dragon scale. So never mind that whole plan. So I'm just gaining one uncrafted after one dragon scale. Oh, the ghost has found a means of escape. Just gonna ready the summoning spell again. You know what, you can reroll Dark Fate each. Just got the same result again. Oh, there goes that talisman. The start of my next turn. The ghost is going right back to where he was. And boom. Right on back. You know, taking full advantage of the fact that I had a backup spectral summons. So now that also frees up a spell. Allow for me to draw next turn. Gotta place a decision. Just auto kill the control the city watch. Interesting that like I'm pretty sure before it just strips basically skipped the ghost turn if they were stuck on the crown command. But now it looks like they actually have a means of escape. Since at least you know, maybe it's got something to do with this variation of the inner region or something. Oh, and the ghosts actually beat the King of the Dead. And came back to life as a sage. Granted, I don't think... Now, how is this going to work? Because the sage is not just on the crown command. Like, on the sage's next turn? Is he gonna like win or something? Like, will the ending be revealed because there's a character on the crown command? Is it only when a character enters the crown command space? Burial rites, don't really need that at all. So I'm going to use Destroying Magic. You cast on the server at the end of your turn, no character including yourself may you cast a spell or use a magic object. It looks like I'm heading on over here. Counter can scale. And because it's a fire token, it did take 1 damage. However, you know, I have multiple ways to heal. Oh, and the sage is having to lose his one item that he's had basically this entire game. Like, he's just there on the Crown Command. And in fact, the ending has been revealed, and it's not what I thought it was. It revealed each character starting with the character to your left and proceeding clockwise must teleport to any space in the outer middle region that does not contain a character. Then each character must place one Fireland token on each space adjacent to them. Characters cannot leave the outer middle regions for the rest of the game. How does that work exactly? Oh. Okay. It just straight up means that it's just straight up sort of last man standing. Well then. Good thing I've got two means of healing myself. Oh, because I've got both the heal spell and the self-portrait. They can heal me up to my life value. So my chances of outlasting all these other people are pretty high, I would say. Yeah, I guess the inner region is just blocked off now. Draw a spell. Let's see. I think I'll take Siphon Craft. How does this work exactly? So each character's turn, they must place one Fireland token on their space. Spaces can contain multiple Fireland tokens. If a character ends their turn in a space with a Fireland token, must lose one life for each Fireland token on their space instead of losing just one life. You know what I can also do? I can just walk over here. Oh, that's not even entirely what I meant to do. I meant to just use this. I don't even need a psionic wand. Because I'm better off just with my raw strength. Okay, what can Feng do in battle? Oh, it's an extra reroll. Like, I don't really need that. And since I'm a lycanthrope... No, you don't get to become a lycanthrope, you get to lose one life and immediately roll on the lycanthrope chart. Dang it. Well, that ended up being pretty much useless. I believe that does mean that there's a Fireland token on the space now. But wait, it doesn't actually affect anything. Until the next time. Until someone actually ends their turn on that space. Vindication. Ooh. I don't have any Dark Fate to force Sage to reroll that. But anything we can, you know, force. Or is it another character to die? It's very useful right now. You know, like the Reaper has a lot of potential. Well, at this point, just gonna siphon some craft off of the sprite. Yeah, that lets me also gain another spell on my next turn. Mostly just have to be careful about where I end my turns at this point. Make sure I'll give him this psionic wand. It's spell call or nullify. I think I'll go for nullify. Hey, because then I can force a character to lose all of their spells. Just gonna head over these woods, I guess. And kill this random white. Now that I think about it, probably would actually be more useful for me to just like save going to wood spaces until there's no other options that don't have a Fireland token on them. I think I'll probably save my healing abilities until like I super need them. You know, when I'm at like 1 on life. Just gonna Let these two sort of duke it out, I guess. Somebody's getting a visit from the werewolf. And it's me. I get to be visited by the werewolf. Well, there goes my Mystic Dragon. Kind of one of the worst followers to die. Hey, actually, because now I only gain one spell each turn if I don't already have my full complement of spells. Exorcise. Not that useful at this point. Terramorph. Well, I'm gonna turn Chapel into something else. Why not? It is now a desert. It is now the worst possible space to land on, because it's a desert with a Firelands token on it. Artifacts card. The stricken gets +3. Still not enough to really hurt me. I'm just getting more strength. Ooh, we've got a legendary goblin. Probably just gonna get murdered. Nope. The legendary goblin actually won a fight. Like the sage got beat by a legendary goblin. Ooh. That's a very good spell to use. You just force someone to have a poltergeist. And then they have to walk one space at a time. Evil Eye casts it at any time on the character or under space. Lose all their fate and miss one turn. Forcing your opponent's miss turns actually isn't useful at this point. I think I'm actually going to invoke favor. Oh, and everybody's had. Oh, there goes the haunting poltergeist. So I'm going to invoke favor. Sure, spell call it. You aren't going to get nearly as much use out of it as I will. Because you don't have the power to just basically just pick whatever you want. Right. Plus 6, and now I have 5. Now I have a whole 5 life rather than 3. Right. Just gonna head over here. Count the Dragon Scale. Which actually, I could use dragons as a means of life gain, since you can gain 2 life from you know, since you can gain 2 life from the temple, so that could be a useful strategy as well. Just instead of killing dragons, use them to pray for life gain. You know, let the dragons protect me from the end times, basically. And the sage is fighting the beast. He's probably not gonna do very well at it. Nope. So he's gonna be down to 2 life at the end of his turn. And the spray is invoking favor. Like, that can actually go poorly for this sprite. And if it doesn't roll a good roll. Hang over to the Oasis. Sea of the Ifrit. The Ifrit's great seas has risen from the depths of the world and save the rest of the game. Got 50% chance of burning one of your things. You know, now it's not going to be a thing anyway, so... Well, there goes my Pharaoh's Crown and my Token of Promise. I'm gonna hold on to my spellbook as long as possible. Summon Phoenix, don't really need that. Ooh. Feral Hunger. Cast when a character is about to engage a creature in battle or psychic combat. The creature automatically rolls a 6 for its attack roll. If it is night, all creatures automatically roll a 6 for their attack rolls until the start of their next turn. That sounds fun. Which I guess really I could try and fight He's a... trying to fight Trovius. Wait, Firestorm. Discard all cards in every space in this region, then discard this card. Varthax's Dragon King. This event affects every region. So all the cards are just gone. Except the Veil cards, interestingly enough. The Veil cards get to stick around. And I lost 1 life. Maybe because of... Could be useful to cast Feral Hunger on my next turn as long as it doesn't become day. Although I think the Sage might be dead. Since... Actually, I think it's like the Feral Hunger. Yeah, you cast it when the character is about to engage in battle. And it has an additional effect if you cast it at night. Well, honestly, like, I'm not sure how much of an effect it's even gonna have at this point because, you know, just about everything just dies instantly, regardless of what it rolls. Also, like... It looks like there's a couple characters that are probably about to lose. It's probably just gonna be down to just me and the sprite soon. Alright, literally all the woodland spaces have Fireland tokens on them. At least if I go somewhere where there's dragon scale, I can at least you know, draw a dragon, and hopefully then I can just pray to that. And be protected. Yep, like right here, 2-headed dragon. Pray. Gonna discard. You know, I'm gonna discard Feral Hunger. 12. Don't even need to boost it. Like, especially if the Sage sticks around in the middle region for much longer, it's pretty much gonna die. Yeah, well, it's at one life. Like, he's running out of places he can really go where he can survive. And in fact, he might just die into this fledgling. Yep. Didn't even die to the fires. Died to a baby dragon. Though, he's a ghost now, but we found out in the previous stream, ghosts can be hurt by Fireland tokens. So, he's still in quite a bit of danger. Okay, so... Oh, I guess this Calland can't get all the way over here. Path of Destiny. I think I'll pass on that. Go for Dominate. Which I'll probably just use it as a way to bargain with a dragon anyway. Just gonna go all the way back out here. Don't know why I'm sliding around so slowly. Oh hey, I can actually pick this thing up. Because I just spontaneously became good. Thanks to the madcap. Okay, that will also be usable as a bargaining chip with any dragon I meet. Oh, there goes a sage. At least I thought that was going to be the end of the sage. Huh. Because like I could have sworn that ghosts could be harmed by Firelands tokens, but I guess not. I guess maybe it's a matter of the specific spell that I used before or something. So looks like we may very well end up being just a state of, you know, a ghost fight to finish off the game. I guess it depends on if they count being a ghost as being still standing, since I mean, they're not fully dead. Yeah, it was revealed by the sage. When he managed to come back from the dead while on the Crown of Command. I'm not even entirely sure how we ended up with a hidden ending, because when I started this game, the ending was already revealed, and it was the merchant, and it was like the Merchants Guild. But like, then the Doomsayer went to the Crown of Command and got sucked into the void, and then suddenly it became a hidden ending. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Gold Dragon, Prey. And just discard the Holy Lance. Need to buff that by 2. Oh. There goes the sorceress. It's into ghost mode. So now it's just me and the sprite still in the realm of the living. You know, I have the advantage because, you know, well, everybody else is probably end up going to, like, basically end up duking it out in the realm of souls. All for second place, basically. I'm just going to not die in the first place. Because I'm just gonna keep gaining more life. Maybe by praying to dragons. Right, discard dominate. Right, that's an 8. So bump it up by 4. Alright, now I'm up to 9 life. And well, that's one ghost down. So the sorceress is just completely out of the game. And even to get the feeling that the sage is probably going to join her soon as well, because he hasn't been able to gain much of anything in this entire game. Because, you know, he spent most of the time being dead. And he is dead once more. Which, draw a spell, destruction, or I can pick Simulacrum. Again, probably just gonna use mostly as a means of bargaining with a dragon, so. Need to counter Dragon Scale, Fairland's Envoy. Never encounter Dragon Scale, you draw a Dragon card from any deck instead of matching the Dragon Scale on your space. Sure. Just gonna take that guy with me, I guess. And lose 1 life from the Firelands token. And everybody's having to ditch a follower. So many followers at this point. Because I've just been collecting them this entire time. Just how come I can basically just choose whatever prayer result I want. Sprite is fighting once again. Sprite had like 32 strength in that combat, but like strength means nothing at this point. And it's all about having the life to not steadily die, especially if you land on this space over here that appears to have 4 There's 4 whole Firelance tokens on it. Or on, you know, for instance, a desert that also has a Firelance token on it. Right. Riding horse. Don't have any options that don't lead me to space. It has a Firelance token on it. You know, I think I'll visit Cog for a little while. You know, buy some materials. I'll see what I can make. You know what? Gold is basically meaningless at this point. Shouldn't have just clicked to end my turn, should have actually taken the time to actually invent something. You know, I've got a Pegasus Feather. Start of your turn, you may cross the Storm River instead of your normal move. Geode, bronze, and parchment. Ooh, parchment could be good if I could get a crystal or runestone. Unfortunately, I didn't get either of those. Sage does have a slight advantage right now because at least, you know, most of his enemies are craft based, but his body is also on a space with 4 Firelance tokens on it. So, you know, depending on how things work out on that front, and he might not be able to come back at all. It's gonna ride my horse. Thing still has Firelance tokens on them. Just gonna fight Trovius, I guess. Counter Beast. Fight with Strength. Really, it's not an auto win at this point? Oh yeah, because it's Trovius and those special abilities. He's ended up being a standoff instead. Also, not sure if the sprite can even die. Fully, because, like, you know, sure, she can die from maybe from, like, you know, reaching like zero, no life, but once she's a ghost, she's gonna be able to beat just about anything she fights. So, not sure how exactly that's going to work. Here's hoping that, you know, this is like a winnable situation. Birthright card. Gonna just pray to this dragon. Discard Simulacrum. 8. And gain 2 new life. Yeah, I'm going to invent. I'm gonna throw together a Pegasus feather and a couple pieces of bronze. Just see what that gets me. Bronze Wings of Strength. And I immediately loot News on Life since there's a Fireland token. Oh, the one spirit on the entire board is on this space now. I guess this where will lose some of her power because, like, at least she won't have all of her items anymore. Like, very little of her power is really derived from items in the first place. Which, I mean, the only way she's gonna die is from Firelands tokens at this point anyway. And those apparently don't affect ghosts under normal circumstances. Yeah, I might want to start sort of sifting through the deck to try and get spells that can affect ghosts in a useful way. Which there's only like 2 that I know of. Oh, okay. Well, that could also just sort of happen. Tropius has reached the apex. All characters lose. And when I get a runestone, which I don't even use the runestone system at all. Yeah, that's certainly one way for that game to end. Right. So usually I stream for about 3 hours. It's currently like I usually stream till 4. It's currently just under 2:45. So I definitely have time. It's just a matter of deciding on something else to stream at this point. I'm probably not gonna start up another game of Talisman today. You know, how about I switch over to Mythgard? That it doesn't need any real setup. So I'm just gonna close out Talisman. Get stream info updated. Just gotta oh, okay, there we go. Capture's ready. I'm gonna get Nightbot booted up. Since this is a new installation, just gonna turn the volume off on it real quick, maybe so it's not competing with the song request music. Next, let's see. I think I'll swap that out. Start today's, I guess, 1 hour or Mythgard stream off with the boys are back in town to kill you. I mean, this is probably going to be about an hour and 10 minutes. Minutes at most. This is I just stream until 4 or EST, and it's currently 9 minutes to. This is a 3. So they're playing purple. Protects Hover Tank. And those down and pass. Next turn I could probably Circle of Protection, just take that out without even having to worry about its ability or anything. Or it could just trade. You know, that could also happen. Looks like there's a little bit of choppiness there. Burn the hover tank. And attack. I guess really, yeah, I could have easily kept the hover tank since I don't even get a new forge trigger. Maybe since I already burned it previously. burn. Yeah, I'll burn the Thunderbird or the egg to get a yellow. Swing in free. Let's got an unknown minion. Trickisect it. Right, so it's a shade. I'm gonna burn the Vodnik Junker and Trickisect it again. So now it's just a 0-2 over this point. Now they've got a means of buffing it. Actually, yeah, they can buff it, but it's got -6. It's like it's functionally a 0, but it's technically a -1. So we need a multitude of buffs to allow us to get back up to being able to do damage, I think. That's a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in the Circle of Protection. Just kill both of these things. Things to get them out of my way. So now, Back Channel Captain can't even hurt any of my minions. And it's currently might be useful to marching order next turn. Marching order can definitely marching ordering next turn, just in the opposite direction that I was initially planning. Right, just gonna slide all their minions that way. Bring in a Steel Shaper. And then wallop them for 5 damage. Those two are definitely going to be a bit of a problem, especially once the Circle of Protection runs out. Well, at least it's just once. It's like it can be used to kill the Bold Omega or the Aether Engineer. or deal considerable damage to the Steel Shaper. Oh, there goes the Steel Shaper just completely. Ooh, here's something that I can do to at least, to stop that from being used to kill one of my minions. At least for a little while. I can just suppress that. Wait, hold on. Suppression not deal with the activated ability? Well, I've pretty much lost at this point anyway. Let's try again with a new opponent. Burn one card with Forge, those in my hand, Pack Trooper, and pass. So playing orange and have at least one Triennial Patrol in hand, I would say. Burn Virus. Bring in another Pack Trooper and pass. Podnick Junker. Bring Aether Engineer. And pass. Next turn I can bring in the Hetman, and if I may burn anything. We're gonna burn the Olama Ring, bring in the Hetman. Then pass. Next turn I can press that Canine Handler. And another Canine Handler. Buff that. Didn't get to. Well, actually, even still got to move the Profane Locust. Not that it really mattered. I only killed one minion that entire game because they only managed to play the one minion the entire time. I just gotta wait in the ranked queue for another opponent. Right, there we go. Ooh, we've got another green aggro no player up against us. So I'll drop a couple boys down. None of them pass. On there, green, yellow. It looks like they're slightly different. Gonna burn Canine Handler. Bring in a second pack trooper. Slide this guy over one. So these are all canines. This is looking real bad. This is looking extremely bad right now. He drew Vicious Cycle, but I can't even use it for anything. Just gonna burn the Spy. See, I'm gonna Trick-a-sec that. Just turn its damage down a notch. Right, also going to stop that from dealing damage at all. Like this is just real rough. And on top of that, they got another boost to their damage. Yeah, there's nothing I can do at this point. I got out-aggroed. Let's give it one more go. Burn the hover tank, Aether Engineer, and this guy. Got burn a llama ring, pandemic. Dead and pass. and they just get another one. Because of course. Right. I'm gonna burn the helicarrier. Bring in a spy. Ping with one and pass. And they just... This is a real rough match. Gonna sort of pop some stuff down, just get in the way. At least if I can draw one more yellow card, I can Misanthropia and just clear out. And there we go. One more yellow card. Boom. Misanthropia. And throw in this guy. So the whole board is just cleared out. Gonna burn the media autocam. Just let these two trade and pass. Next turn, as long as I draw something that I haven't already burned, I can pretty much get a Vortex Hover Tank out. I pop down a Hover Tank and get ready to start blasting. Bold Omega and blast, then pass the turn. Granted, I do still only have 6 turns left, basically. Actually, less than 6 turns. More like 3. But actually not even that much. More like I'm just straight up dead at this point. Really, that was just unnecessary. At least it killed plenty of minions. Yeah, I think getting out aggroed twice in a row is a sign I need to switch over to control. It's time to bust out Buster kneecaps. Gotta wait to find another opponent. A new opponent. So they might be playing control though, so let's burn occupier and pass. Which I actually probably could Field of Poppy these last turn. Burn an Axeman and pass. Just to get some purple going. And another effigy. Like really? Right. Gonna burn the foot soldiers. Bring in Shinobi of Smoke and pass. Got perfect grade. So that's not a great situation. Gonna pop down Arctic Pyre right here. Just hit him for free. Then pass. No target for Fragile 1 because that would mean targeting my own minions with that. Make this fragile. So that's not a great situation. Unfortunately, I don't have much that I can do about it. Right, that can just become a sheep. Gonna burn Brittle Blast and then pass. I'm gonna burn the foot soldiers. Bring in Koshenga. And get at least one born of cruelty. Get at least one born in cruelty. You know, they've probably got some kind of removal up their sleeves, but at least, yep. At least I was able to get one born in cruelty. Gonna pop that down. Then burn Jaunt. Thunderclap. So that deals with all but one of their minions. Well, that's just gonna die pretty much immediately. Boom. Dead. Not even a problem anymore. Then pass. Thank God. Sure, I'll just give that fragile. Got another one of those. You know what? I can just pop this down. And so now, anything that they try and drag onto that lane isn't going to die that easily. At this point, I'm just gonna concede. Because there's nothing I can do. Just gonna hope for a better matchup next game. Burn Arctic Pyre, bring in Field of Poppies, and pass. We've got that. Yeah, I'm gonna burn a Metamorphosis, Arctic Pyre, and pass. Right, sure. Kill that. You just gave your thing, you just gave your egg Fragile 1 effectively. And so now it's dead. Which I think will burn head of the family and pass. Metamorphize that and pass. Tongue Foot Soldiers. Burn a Profane Locust. Let's see. Fork Lightning there. Let's get 2 instances of Fragile 1, which don't stack, so no, it doesn't really do anything. I'm gonna bring in Arctic Pyre. Burn a Shadowstone Palace. Kill both of those and pass. So I'm giving that Fragile 1. I'm just being torn into by this massive monstrosity. And I've got nothing I can do about it, so... Did you have a mission to collect? There's at least one core card to auto and make since you know, I have a decent chunk of the cards in general, because like once they reveal those last like couple codes, I'll be able to get the rest of the core set, and it's pretty much down to a handful of rares and the remaining mythics for the 2 expansions. It's like pretty soon I'll be able to build basically any deck that currently exists. So yeah, it won't be... Well, until the next expansion comes out, it won't be a matter of do I have the cards, it's a matter of figuring out what deck to build. I think I might actually call it a little bit early today. So, thank you all for watching. Next stream tomorrow was some Crusader Kings 3. And next Mythgard or Talisman stream will be some Tuesday sometime in the future. I'm gonna check Twitch to see who's live. Maybe so I can send somebody a raid. Doesn't look like any of my followers are live, so be somebody live with either Talisman or Mythgard. Like nobody's live with Talisman. So Mythgard it is. Yep, there's quite a few people. There's 3 people live in English, or in at least one person's case, he's English and another language. You know, let's send this person a raid. So once again, thank you all for watching. Next stream in general will be me tomorrow around the same time with some Crusader Kings 3, checking out the new DLC. And next Talisman and Mythgard stream will be some Tuesday in the future.